What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and this is Black Board Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate ya. Complicate.
Hey, everybody! So, last week, Alicia and I talked about our favorite board games that were released in 2022. Okay, so when I first approached her to see if she could come up with a list, she was like, yeah, I could do that. And then a couple days passed, and then she came up to me and she was like, I got my list, but it was challenging. And I was like, why? And she said, because the games that I really liked did not come out in 2022. And I asked her, how did you find that out? And she said, I looked it up on Board Game Geek. And I was like, what? Like, she looked it up on Board Game Geek. I'm converting her slowly but surely. But I don't know if I'm cool with that.
Relax. Relax. I'm not becoming you. I just wanted my information to be correct.
Yeah, I understand, because there's only room for one me.
Exactly.
So,
you good.
Right, so I said, okay, how about this? This is the first video. We'll talk about our favorite games that were released in 2022. And then in the next video, which is this video, we'll talk about our favorite board games that were new to us in 2022, but didn't come out in 2022. Okay, and she was okay with that. All right, so first things first, I have to give a shout out to Opal Grove Games. So this is a new gaming spot, a board game spot that opened up here in Detroit, specifically in Southwest Detroit. We're East Side Detroit. And, I found out they were opening up, and I've been visiting there, and it's really a couple people, Ben and Alicia. They are really, really great people. And I'm going to leave a link in the description below to their website so you can check them out yourselves. Now, anyway, are you ready to go with this?
I'm ready.
Did you rate your games at all?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't rate them, but I rated them in year that they came out.
Okay.
Okay, so are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get to it. Okay, ladies first.
If you insist.
Yep, I do.
All
Go
right.
for it.
So my number 5 is Savannah Park.
Ooh.
Savannah Park is a really cute game. It's family weight. Kids could play it. I really like the idea of it. I like that it's set in Africa. It's simple, but it requires some thought.
Yeah, I do. That is a great game. That's a good pick. So in Savannah Park, everybody has their own board with their animal tiles, and they're trying to create large groups of animals, and they score points that are multiplied by lakes.
The number of water holes.
Water holes, yeah. And so on the player's turn, you pick a tile that you're going to move. So you might say the 2 elephant tile. And so everybody moves that tile somewhere in their park, in their Savannah Park.
Yes.
And you're trying to create those groups of animals. Like, I'm glad you really enjoyed this
I
one.
love that game.
That game is nice. And, that game has special meaning to me.
Why?
Because at Dice Tower West, I played it with Rado.
Yes, you did. In fact, that's how I got introduced to it.
Yep, Rado kicked my butt, though.
Yes,
but I was okay with that.
That is a fun game.
It is. So that's your number 5.
That's my number 5.
All right. Now, what year did that come out?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Actually, I think it came out in 2021.
Okay.
So, okay. Now, my number 5 is a game that actually came out in 1999.
What?
Yeah, it came out in 1999. But I played it in January of last year.
Okay.
And they are doing a reprint anniversary reprint.
Okay.
That on Kickstarter, and I'm looking forward to that. And that game is called Ra.
Okay, I don't know anything about that. I don't even remember you talking about
Ra. Oh man, and Ra is designed by Rainer Knizia. He's like a
I've heard
big
that
time.
name.
Yeah. And in Ra, it's set in Egypt.
Okay.
And we're auctioning, like we're bidding on different pieces. It's got a set collection aspect.
Okay.
And I know you like set collection.
Okay.
And I really enjoy this game. I'm trying to play some older games because, it's always the cult and the new. But there's some games that are, a few years old that really still are great games.
Okay.
So Ra, that's
Okay.
the first one I want to talk about.
All right.
All right, on to number 4.
All right. My number 4 is Chai. I really enjoy Chai. I like the theme.
Yeah.
I like the gameplay. Again, it's a pretty simple game. I actually think it's family way and kids could play it, but it has just enough complexity to be enjoyable for someone like me.
Yeah, I think it does have a great theme.
Yes.
Just drinking tea.
Yes.
Now I feel bad that, I bought Chai. When did I get Chai? I want to say I got it at Origins 2019.
Okay.
But we have never got it to the table.
Yes.
So we finally got it to the table, and I feel bad about that because, trying to introduce you to the board games, that was a really great one to bring you in.
Yes.
But here I am trying to get you to go into jungles and space and all that, when all you wanted to do was make some tea.
Yes.
So I'm glad you enjoyed that game.
I really enjoy Chai.
Okay. So my number 4 is a game that came out in 2014.
Wow.
And I was introduced, like some of these games I introduced by my board game group. They, like my guy and my other guy and the guy behind that guy, they have a lot of board games. And I got introduced to Orleans.
Wow, I haven't heard of that one either. I haven't even heard you talk about it.
Orleans was so good.
Okay.
And it's a bag builder, kind of like Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Okay.
But what you're doing is you're recruiting like monks and farmers and builders or whatever. It's been a while since I played it, but I'm like, my guy said they're releasing another one. And when he gets that one, he said he'll sell me his copy.
Okay.
But it's really cool. And you're bag builder, you're building up your bag, and then you go into the bag to bring out which worker, and then you send that worker out to do certain things on the board.
Okay.
So I really did enjoy that
Okay.
game. And I now know, like, when somebody talks about Quacks of Quedlinburg and they'll talk about Orleans. Now that I played it, I understand.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right.
All right, number 3.
All right. So my number 3 is Arch Ravels. Now, like Chai, Arch Ravels was just a simple game, a friendly, welcoming theme,
Yep.
relaxing, chill, just the right level of complexity, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, Arch Ravels is really a great introductory game where you are just making crafts. You're gathering yarn and stuff, and you're making crafts.
You're making mittens and socks and
Teddy bears.
yes, yes. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is fun. All right. My number 3 is one of the games that I had the best experience of this year.
Wow.
And that is Wind the Film.
Okay.
It came out in 2016.
Okay.
And so
Oh, I didn't know it was that old.
yeah.
Okay.
So I played it's a new iteration called Photograph.
Okay.
And so my guy, Ralph, my other guy rather, brought it to our board game night. And we played it. And when I played it, it was taking me a minute to really wrap my head around it.
Yes.
And I said, let's play this again. And then we played it like maybe 2 more times. And I was like, I like the puzzle that this game provides.
Okay.
You know, because this is another game, just like a Scout, where you cannot rearrange your hand.
Okay.
And what you're doing is you're drafting cards from this grid, and some of the cards are face down, some of the cards face up, and you have to draft the cards from one end. So if you draft 3, you got to go 1, 2, 3. You know, the thing is, once you draft those cards, you put them in on the right side of your hand, and then you have an opportunity to move one card. They call that wind the film, and now you got to play the 3 cards on your left hand side.
Okay.
Thing is, they're different colors. You cannot have multiples of the color, and you trying to get them into sequence.
Okay.
Now, why this game was a great experience, because when we went to PAX, I played this game with Jeff and Jamie and Foster the Meeple.
Yes.
And Rodney Smith. And I played that game, and I was able to teach them that game. And I also played it with Aaron from Game Enthused
Okay.
and Jess.
Okay.
Jess has a Twitch channel where she plays games.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed the experience. And
Okay.
I've introduced to a couple other people, and they went out and hunted it down and bought it.
Okay.
So Wind the Film. That is best experience of 2022.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
All right. So on to number 2. So what's your number 2?
All right. So my number 2 and number 1, I think I like equally well. Number 2 is Fossilis. I really, really enjoyed Fossilis. Initially, the theme didn't really grab me because I'm not a dinosaur person like
Right.
some people are. But the components, the immersiveness of the theme,
Yes.
the gameplay itself, everything about Fossilis is enjoyable, and I really like this game. I love, love, love the components.
Yeah, Fossilis is really, really fun. I still remember when we played it with Rachel and Yolanda.
Yes.
And you guys found that one bone, and you're sitting there like, you better not go get that bone. And I'm sitting there like, y'all know it's more than one bone in there. I don't understand why y'all made this. Y'all.
Yes, we were trying to get that hammer bone. I remember that. But yes, that is the production is top notch. The aesthetics are gorgeous, and it is just a well done game.
It is. It was. I really did like Fossilis. Okay, my next 2 games are actually games that came out in 2021.
Okay.
But I never, played them, my number 2 is Bad Company.
Okay.
Now, I had been wanting to try this game out, because I saw a review from Z Garcia, and he
Okay.
talked about it, and he compared it to Space Base.
Okay.
But instead of setting up spaceships, you're building up your heist crew.
Okay.
And I watched the video for it, and I was like, I really would love this game.
Okay.
And then my guy Ted had a copy of it.
Okay.
And I played it, and I was like, I like this game. But so it was hard to find.
Okay.
And there was a place in Canada that had it, but shipping was almost as much as the game. So I was like, yeah, I'll wait.
Okay.
Shipping cost is high. So of course, when I was at PAX back a month ago, and I'm sitting there by the DeVere booth, and I see this guy walking with it in his hand, and I'm like, "Where'd you get that?" And he pointed it out to me, and I was like, "Yes!" And I went over there. They had it. I immediately got it. I was like, "Yes, I'm going to play this game."
Okay.
And it's funny because while I had it with me before I went to the hotel room, and about 3 other people came and asked me. Said, "Where'd you get that?" I was like, "I went by the DeVere booth,
Okay. All right.
So Bad Company, I know you're not going to play that one with me because you're not into that thing,
Yes.
but I like it.
Okay.
So, okay. Are you ready for number 1?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I've been waiting for this. Like, what is your number 1?
So my number 1 is Genotype. No. To be honest with you, I was actually annoyed when you first introduced Gino
Wow,
Time
you know.
because it is straight out of school textbooks. And I don't want to redo school at home.
Right.
But this game is so immersive. The production is so well, and it's so thematic. I couldn't help but love it.
Yeah, that game is really, really cool. I like it's like you're brown, but then you got these colored dice.
Oh, I love the colorful dice. I love the workers, the helpers.
Yeah, they come in with special powers.
Yes, yes. I just enjoyed this game a lot. I like everything about it. I do like the theme, and it's just a very well done game. And it is thinky. It's
it's
for
thinky.
me. It's on the thinky side, but I like it.
Yeah, I did like Geno Time. I figured that was the reason I got it, because I knew, okay, you're a teacher, and I think you'll like this game. Okay, so my number one should, well, not, my number one should come to no surprise. I almost put it on my list in the last video, but this game really came out in 2021. I played it in, I want to say, January or early February.
Okay.
And because my guy is able to get these games. And that game is Ark Nova.
Yes, I knew that. That would be your number one.
Ark Nova. If Ark Nova has become my number one game of 2021 and pushed the rest of the games back one notch, But Ark Nova, I love it. I love the thought process. I love you're trying to build up your zoo, and you can take a certain path, but you got to pivot. I like games that give you a way to pivot. Like in Everdell, you got that big stack of cars, and you might be trying to do one thing, but them cars not coming up, so you got to be able to pivot. And that's the same thing with Ark Nova. And I love the action selection. Like, depending on where your card is, that's how powerful your action is. And I played this solo. I played this 3-player. I think I played it 2-player. I haven't done the 4-player, and I'm not looking. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it, because it might be. It's a long game. But Ark Nova is cool.
Okay.
All right, now.
That is a game we are going to play together.
We're gonna play that together, because we are, and it's gonna have to be a day that you're not just getting off work.
Okay.
Because this game requires some thought. It's a heavier game.
Okay.
Now, I do have a couple honorable mentions.
Okay.
And the reason they're honorable mentions is because they're games that they're supposed to come out this year, but we've played prototype copies.
Okay. Okay.
One, you just got the demo, but I ended up demoing and playing it at PAX, and that is Maple Valley.
Okay. I'm looking forward to Maple Valley.
Maple Valley is really, really cool.
Okay.
Okay. You'll like Maple Valley.
Okay.
The second one is Shake That City.
Okay. Oh, that was only a prototype?
Yeah, that's a prototype.
Okay.
It don't look like one. It do it.
No.
And that's supposed to come out 2023.
Oh, okay.
But we played it. We did a video for it. We showed a couple people how to play this game.
Yes.
And the fact that it's in my mind is because Stella from Meeple University, she did a video, and I cannot get that song off my head sometimes. Because she was like bugging out. She was like, Shake That City. I was like,
yes.
Man, that's cool.
Yes. Yes.
So that's the honorable mentions.
Yes.
Okay. So those are our favorite games that we played in 2022.
That did not come out in 2022.
Yeah. So if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah, we keeping that in. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't. And leave in the comments, what is your favorite game of 2022 that did not come out in 2022? All right, let us know. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been Blackboard Gaming.
We will see you next time.